Hello, so today we're going to have a little look at glocalization, just a short lesson here. So we can see here that basically the idea of glocalization is these global brands and how they adapt themselves to the markets in which they sell. Because the products that they might be selling might not be appropriate or might not be of interest to the people within the market that that company wants to grow into. So we can see here, I've got an example of different McDonald's with a burrito in Mexico, a kofta sort of kebab in Saudi Arabia, the kosher McDonald's in countries where obviously they wouldn't be able to eat McDonald's food because it's not kosher. So McDonald's have make sure that their food is kosher in those places. We can see here the McRiceberg, I think that's out of Japan. Where they don't tend to eat bread. Instead they put the rice sort of cakes on the top. And then we can see, I think it's from Canada or northern USA where they put a lobster because that's a sort of common thing that people eat. And so they've sort of changed their different brands to adapt themselves. And this is known as glocalization. So it's still using, you can still see the arches, the big M. It's still Mc everything. It's still McDonald's, and it's highly likely that within all of those they would still sell the Big Mac as well alongside those others. But they've adapted themselves and have made themselves more appealing to local markets. Another really good example of this is Starbucks in China. Now, coffee, in China has for a long time been a sort of no. People don't drink coffee in China. It's a tea drinking country. They don't like the taste of coffee at all, or hadn't done. So when Starbucks decided it wanted to move into China, it did so, but its menu was very different. And it removed a lot of the different coffee drinks. So yes, you could still get a coffee, and they still were a coffee shop. They still said we're coffee, but actually their main products that they were selling were tea, and they set themselves up to look like tea rooms as well. So it was very much a sort of going back to the idea of Chinese tea rooms, but it just happened to be called Starbucks coffee. What's happened now is that was very successful and lots of people went in there. More people were starting to try the coffee out and so on. And actually coffee itself is now a rapidly growing market within China, with more and more people drinking coffee. So through its sort of glocalization, it's actually started to shift and change things, and actually more coffee is now being drunk in China. So it's a sort of another example there of how glocalization can, sort of leads to globalization in a way. Okay.